You ever toss and turn at night, and then you come up with scenarios in your head how to figure out what you've been worrying about, And then you wake up in the morning and you're like, what the fuck? That shit won't work. What was I thinking? But in the middle of the night, when you're trying to sleep or trying to stop stressing, come up with random ass ideas that'll fix problems. That's why the key is just don't worry about it. If you can't fix it, can't change it, let it go. Damn, there was actually a topic somewhere like this. Oh, drug dealing. And my thoughts on drug dealing nowadays as opposed to back in the day. One thing I could tell you for sure, no drug dealer ever told you what they're selling and like dry snitch themselves, because ultimately that's what that shit is. That's dry snitching, man. You're gonna tell everybody, and then all of a sudden, guess what? You get rolled, man. You get caught, or they use you to catch somebody else. There's all kinds of levels of drug dealing. Goddamn 5 South Freeway behind me. I think there's a fucking person there. There's all kinds of levels of drug dealing. There's there's your dudes that get it straight from the fucking grower. There's the dudes that get it straight from him. And it's like a totem pole, And depending on your position on the totem pole is what you pay. I could pay $30 a gram, but guess what? That other brother, he pays $100 a gram. So basically, all who you know and how far you want to take it. But there's different kind of people. There's people that are solely in it for money. People in it just, there's the drug addict that just gets a sack for cheap because he knows somebody who knows somebody, and then he just fucking sells what he's got to make a couple bucks and support his habit, But nowadays, if you don't want to do time for a person, then don't tell them anything. That goes for anybody. I mean, my son could pull up right now with a dead body in his trunk, and I'll grab a fucking shovel, But my dad would fucking, he'd call the cops right away. Does that make my dad a bad guy? No, but he ain't gonna be there in the trenches with you, So if you don't want to do time for a person, then you got to roll solo or do shit with somebody you don't mind doing time for. Because when the shit goes down, you'll get rolled, They're like, even like this whole fucking YouTube shit, man. How many of these dudes are feds? You ever think about that? I bet you there's quite a few that, they come and go, different names. That's why I talk to everybody the same unless I fucking know you, And I ain't gonna talk to nobody about shit. Because I don't know shit. But if I did, I'd keep that shit to myself, or I would know where you grew up. I'd know what high school you went to. I'd know all I needed to know. you know, because and still, I wouldn't trust a motherfucker because, you know, nowadays people aren't doing time for nobody, you know. You have dudes in there doing 5, 10, 20 years, man, for people. That shit won't happen no more, you know. But okay, back to drug dealing. If you're gonna sell drugs, stay away from crystal. Stay away. That's mainly the main one. To not sell. If there's still ways to make money, you know, without on weed. So you can sell weed. Coke is probably the most popular to sell, man, because I never got hooked on it, or you never wanted to wake up and do it. You know, there's always whatever, you know. But with meth, you know, you sell a pound of weed, you make whatever, you know, 500, $1,000, whatever you know, whatever kind of deal you get. But you sell a pound of meth, you make $10, and fucking you got a garage full of stereo equipment and shit. That's the difference, you know. But so if you want to be a drug dealer, man, these are all hypotheticals. I don't sell drugs. I don't get into any illegal activity. I just know people who know people that might have. So, if that helped, you know, I don't know. But man, you're gonna get caught no matter what you do nowadays, man. It's just, you gotta be really, really smart. Really, really smart. Los vemos, mi gente.